Hi everyone, it's Phil here from DesignRV, and also got the team here from Boom Media. And the title to this presentation is Saturate, Dominate, and Own Your Market. And over the next 7 to 8 minutes, hopefully, if you can just put yourself aside for the next few minutes to run through this, there's a bit of detail in here. If you haven't, perhaps pause it and come back when you've got a few minutes of uninterrupted time. There's a fair bit of detail here. We'll run through the how-tos of what we were hoping to achieve for you, also the step-by-step plans, and just a quick snippet of some of the results and how we measure those for you. In coming days and weeks, we'll be completing this entire strategy and be explaining to you how it all works. In terms of how-to, Boom creates its own marketing funnel. If you can imagine a large funnel from the top down, it captures all the client data and information. It does this for the entire DesignRV dealer network as well. And we do this through targeting people on Facebook and Instagram through paid advertising spots. In doing so, we then offer and give hooks and various incentives and methods to capture leads from clients. After we've done that, we've collected a lot of client data, which allows us to continue with direct marketing via SMSs, also emails and Facebook chatbots. And from there, we have a contact of the customer. So that's often before the show, even during the show or after the show. We've got this continual contact source going out to the clients to keep them warm and engaged with us as a dealership and also as our brand of DesignRV. So how that sort of works, particularly in Facebook and Instagram, is we need to understand these are paid advertising spots, not free ones. We have two areas where we target the client. The first one is demographic, and the second is psychographic. So you've probably heard those terms before in marketing speak. And demographic is where you look at someone's age or sex or marital status and their family type and location. So this allows us to target only those potential buyers that fit into the profile of a DesignRV buyer. So that way you're not getting any wasted advertising spend. So for example, if you put an ad on TV or radio, that's great, but you're spending a lot of money to reach a lot of people, and a lot of those people don't even have any interest in the subject matter. So more importantly, and I'll show you a slide in the next couple of minutes, where we targeted and we advertised demographically and psychographically for all retirees in the Brisbane area. And we did this just prior to a Brisbane show. And in doing so, we captured 300,000 people just by being very, very specific. And the cost was very low to do so. So that was an example we'll show you shortly. Psychographic profiles tell us things like your income range, your financial status, your hobbies, your recreational lifestyle choices. And whilst this is somewhat vague, it allows us to capture client intelligence by linking. So, for example, the Facebook algorithm gives us things like knowledge on your personal preferences. I mean, if you're part of the Mercedes-Benz Owners Club, or you love power boating, or something like that, you own a Dodge Ram, or that's going to indicate that you've got a higher disposable income. And in doing so, if we know that your demographic profile suits and you have a high disposable income, and for example you're at semi-retirement type age, then you become the perfect prospective customer for a DesignRV in that area. So by retargeting and collating this data from all these participants, it's also allowing us to remarket back into the Facebook system. And the way Facebook works is it has profiles of prospects and what they call a lookalike. And a lookalike is any person that resembles or emulates the traits of these people we've targeted in these paid ads. So what we're doing there is we're building a massive data pool or data bank at the very top of our funnel of anyone in Australia that would have any potential interest in anything to do with caravanning and purchasing a caravan in the next 6 to 12 months. The offers, the hooks, and the incentives are not just little gimmicks. They're not just little once-off tricks. And it sounds a bit corny and it sounds a bit cheesy, but it absolutely works. So what I mean by this, it's not just a little giveaway, but it's designed to capture the audience's attention, and it's designed to get them to ask for you and your products at the caravan shows. So it's getting them to act, or it's getting the prospect to do something. Now, we do this by either giving them a free gift, or we give them an incentive. We give them a giveaway. We give them prizes. Look, even something as simple as show bags. So in recent weeks and months, we've produced some show bags with lanyards, as you've seen. Apart from the brochures, we've now got some badges and balloons and even stickers that we put in the show bags for kids. Now, the reason the stickers are quite effective is stickers are usually grabbed by the kids. And what do kids do with stickers is they stick them everywhere. So we want people looking at our brand. It's a very, very effective way to get the brand out there. More importantly, in order for people to get that stuff, we have to capture the data, and the way we capture the data is we ask them to participate. Once we've got their participation by them clicking a click now button, that gives us the ability to follow up with things like automated PDF generated brochures, SMSs, and just a few other things like that, which I'll explain shortly. Direct marketing in general means that once we've captured all this data, we've captured the client's details, we can engage with them, we can survey them, we can learn their preferences, we can learn their choices, and we also get to learn about their individual caravanning requirements. So remember, we're talking with a total prospect pool of many hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. So you only have to get a very low participation rate, but you'll still get a lot of people opting in. So you might say a little random survey comes up, thanks for your recent inquiry or look into Facebook, but we want to quiz you on your caravanning. Do you want a compact caravan? Do you want a large caravan? Do you like off-road? Are you looking for off-roading adventures? Do you want to stay on highways? Do you prefer free camping? Do you prefer caravan parks? Like, there's all these little questions and qualifying things that we're building into a survey, so that over time we really get to understand and know the client, and we compile this data into a central database. And we now have a list of people that we know, yep, that's the sort of thing they're going to buy, and we give you guys at your dealership level all of this information in daily, weekly, and monthly reports. This means that we're able to fit your prospect into the best possible product that you have for their needs. It would even come down to price range. You're not going to miss a sale if you have a very highly qualified prospect. So a well-qualified prospect with lots of questions and answers equals very high sales conversions. Direct client contact means that once this information has been captured and these people are now inside our ecosystem, the direct client contact is made on a number of different methods, including SMS, email messaging, even Facebook Messenger. And we keep talking about Facebook, but this is important to note, everyone, because we've done our research also. And did you know that out of the entire caravan community in Australia, 89% of those people are on Facebook? Not so much on Insta or Twitter or any of those other social media platforms, but by far the most commonly used social media platform is actually Facebook. So 89% of your audience is on Facebook. In some cases, they may even opt in to receive a phone call. It'll say, would you like to receive a call and get some more information? In which case, if they do, we can manage that on your behalf. We can receive leads or talk to customers, get to hear out what their issues or concerns are, and pass that information on. It's all held in a central database, which you'll also have login access to. Once they've opted to receive a call, we can also invite them to click that little magic button and partake in other events. Our data collection methods are interactive, and that means we're pinpoint targeting those potential buyers which we know have the highest probability of converting into a sale wherever we can do that. So not only does this generate immediate sales, or at least traffic and then sales and short-term sales, but this will build a pipeline funnel and also build a pipeline for future sales for the DesignRV brand as well. This was an example that we spoke about a couple of minutes ago. We did this for Essential Caravans back in June. You can see it's just a screenshot from Facebook. There was no call to action, or there was no BNF or buy now factor. There was simply an awareness creation exercise that we pinpointed some advertising to our target market using demographics and psychographics that we discussed earlier. So from a $2,200 spend in a 28-day period, we were able to generate over 280,000 viewers and engage with 14,000 people. So those numbers are extraordinary relative to that spend. So the next step, once we have those, is to get them to participate by click now and you'll receive this, or you'll get that, or whatever that might be. Then we get to connect with these potential buyers. We alert them to the shows. We bring them to see us. We create offers and a reason to buy. And this is where you're going to start building your fan base, because you're building an awareness and a community around your business and around your brand. Now, if you can imagine a $2,000 spend, and we amplified that across the whole dealer network, which is what the point of this exercise is to do. And whatever monetary contribution your dealership makes to a program like this, which we will talk to you about, at head office DesignRV sort of factory level, we will match that expenditure. So, technically speaking, we're reaching an audience of over 2 million people across the country in a 12-month period. So, at absolute minimal conversion rates, even if we only reached, a tenth of 1% of 2 million people and converted those to sales, that equals, thousands and thousands of new unit sales opportunities. In terms of what that sort of looks like to the client, this is just a quick example. That's the one on the left there with Essential is what it looks like on your computer screen. Again, interesting stats were that 80+% of participants are all on a mobile device. So don't take these pictures too literally. There's a picture there of a motorhome, whatever. That was just a quick sort of snapshot example. Prospects are incentivized with offers and deals and giveaways in order to participate. To do that, they need to click below one of these things here. They'll receive, a free book or a free this right. And in doing that, this is where we capture their data. This gives you a bit of an insight as to what it would look like. It's very warm and friendly. We want to keep those clients warm, and we do that by, once we've captured their data, we then keep talking to them by SMS and other branded applications. What's really cool after all of that is taken place is that we've built a dealer branded app just for you. So your dealership will have its own app, which ties into our database. So our database is what's called a CRM, or a customer relationship management tool. This is going to mean that we can have a solid database of potential buyers that you can also have access to. Each bit of content that we give out will be branded with your dealership brand on it. This will be displayed in things like blog posts. It will have other relevant content over time to keep the client engaged. It could be tour guides, it could be travel information. It'll just be ongoing stuff with your brand and name on it. Now, what's really important with all the stuff that we've discussed here today is just to understand that this is a pre-built digital system or platform, so it means it's completely automated. It means that you don't have to do a thing. It's a complete done-for-you system, so that once we hit the go button, this will just be an evolving thing that just self-manages and self-runs itself over the next 6 to 12 months. Our job is just to keep tweaking, adding content, and feeding you the information and feedback. So over this time period, I guess we learn about the client, their buying habits. We know what messages to send to what clients. And you can see this way we're steering them towards the best possible solution. They feel very close to us. They love our communication. And this is what's always going to stimulate a final purchase decision with us and not one of our competitors. The client data is captured in this central database. This is what is going to give us the power to alert the customers of any nearby or upcoming shows. Anything that is in their immediate area, they'll get an SMS, an email notification, or a social media message. We can stay in touch with them to build the brand loyalty. We can create that affinity and the community to the brand. More importantly, we can make incredible and exclusive show-only specials. So this is where we say stuff like, upgrade your solar from X number of watts to 160 watts at no extra cost, or get a free grey water system, or a new tow hitch device. So we can come up with offers, and we will work together. Our staff will work with your staff to devise offers and incentives that we can distribute to anyone that makes that sort of inquiry. The intention here is to flood and dominate all potential buyers, to keep them away from other vendors and other competitors. We're going to grow your traffic and inadvertently grow your sales as a result. So you can imagine that anybody in the Australian community that's in the market for a caravan who is genuinely looking to buy one, they will become inescapable. And because a 90% majority of those people live on Facebook, well, it'll be virtually impossible for those people not to have seen or have been at least invited to partake in some of the things that we've advertised. And overall, in a 6 to 12 month sort of period, this will give us the dominance effect. More importantly, that all sounds great. we need to measure and monitor and also report on it. So a routine part of what we do for you at dealership level is we'll provide you with daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly reports that'll track everything from the number of users that engage, the number of people that read our material, the number of leads we generate, and also the number of sales conversions we actually create. So all of this will be automated. You'll be able to measure and very easily see the return on investment and the effectiveness of the overall strategy, reporting and getting back to you on all these metrics on an ongoing basis is also an ongoing and automated part of the process that we're building for you. So that's that's us at DesignRV, our social media digital strategy. We're putting this together literally as we speak. It's now middle of July. We hope to finish this in the next couple of weeks so that by about early to mid-August, till at least the end of the year, we want to run this out. What we seek is participation from the dealer network, and there'll be a suggestion to spend a small amount on paid advertising every month, and what your dealership can afford to contribute towards that on a monthly basis, we're going to match that at head office or factory level so that the combined effect is very, very powerful. So that's it from me for now. Thanks again for listening. My name's Phil. We've had extensive conversations with David Wilson and Scott Grant with all these incentives, and we're very, very confident that it will give us a great influx of new sales over time. So thanks again. We'll talk soon. Cheers.